Hi there, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Learn English Bersama Madam Azimah. And I am Madam Azimah. It's Wednesday again. And today we are going to do part 2 of the be verb as a main verb and fixing common mistakes. So this is part 2. I hope you tuned in last week's session where we talked about the uses of the be verb and all. I will be summarizing a little bit about what we did last week. All right. So last week we talked about the 7 forms of the be verb, which are am, are, is, was, were, been, and being. So I'm going to repeat the 6th word there, been, B-E-E-N, the 6th word there, and then being, B-E-I-N-G. It might sound the same to you, but the spelling is different, and so it's not the same thing. All right, so these are the 7 forms of the be verb. And then we talked about the meaning of be. We talked about how we use be to talk about identity. For example, I am Azimah. We also talked about using be to talk about characteristics like she is friendly. She is friendly. So use is there. And we also talked about using be to express our feelings and situations. For example, he is excited. He is excited. So is part of the be verb. All right. Now we're going to continue with more ways of using the be verb, which is the meaning of be. Okay. So we talk about be when we want to refer to places and location. So examples are, I am at home. I am at home. So at home is the place. I am at home. The airport is near my house. The airport is near my house. So the airport is the subject. And you have to use is there because it's a singular subject. My mother is in Kelantan. My mother is in Kelantan. And the last example is the food. The food is on the table. The food is on the table. So it's not the food are on the table. So the food is on the table. So we use am and is here. So these are just some examples of using the be verb. What if we want to change these sentences into negative statements using not? Right. So how do we do that? We simply insert not after a be verb. For example, I am at home would be I am not at home. The airport is near my house would be the airport is not near my house. My mother is in Kelantan would be my mother is not in Kelantan. And the last one is the food is on the table. It would be the food is not on the table. Food is not on the table. So to make these sentences into negative statements, you simply add not after the be verb. I hope that's clear, right? Okay. The 5th way of using the be verb is to talk about time. For example, it is 12:30. Okay, here's another example. We are late. And the 3rd example, today is the deadline. Right, so we're using is and are there. What if I want you to change the sentences into question forms? So how do we do that? Simply put the be verb at the beginning. All right. And we simply change the word order. So it would be, instead of it is 12:30, it would be, is it 12:30? What about we are late? Put the are at the front. Are we late? Number 3, today is the deadline would be, is today the deadline? Is today the deadline, or is the deadline today? Is the deadline today? Okay. Now, here are common mistakes that second language learners make. And so let's take a look at common mistake number 1, using the be verb with another verb. Right, so I'm actually I have listed out verbs in red, and you should not be using this verbs here. So let's take a look at some examples, okay? 7 examples. I'm appreciated. I'm appreciated. Number 2, I'm agree with you. Number 3, I'm prefer nasi dagang rather than nasi kerabu. Number 4, I'm completely understand. Number 5, she is needs your help. Number 6, he is disagree with you. Number 7, he is arrives. Now we're going to explore each verb one by one, and I'll explain to you why it's wrong. Okay, so as you can see, the first one, I am appreciated. So you're using the be verb am, and then you're using another word, appreciate. This is wrong. So in order for us to correct this, you have to remove the be verb and just use one verb there. So it should be, I appreciate it. Number 2, I agree with you. Number 3, I prefer nasi dagang rather than nasi kerabu. Number 4, I completely understand. Not I'm completely understand, because understand is a verb, so you do not need to put am there. What about number 5? She is needs your help. Should be she needs your help. So needs is the verb, and you have to put s there. She needs your help. Not she is need your help, or she is needs your help. No need to put the s there. Is there. Is. What about number 6? He is disagrees wrong. It should be simply he disagrees. So the verb disagrees there need to have the s because of the singular subject he. Right? Number 7, he arrived yesterday. Not he is arrives yesterday, because he arrived yesterday. We have to put the ed there, arrived, because we're talking about the past tense. All right, so these are verbs that learners often confuse, and then they put the be verb in front of these verbs. So that is incorrect. So I hope you are paying attention and you can rectify your mistake. Okay? All right. Common mistake number 2, using been incorrectly. Okay, using been incorrectly. So this is the incorrect way of using been. Number 1, she is been here before. She is been here before. You should actually use has, have, or had with been, not is. So it should be she has been here before, not she is been here before. So with been, you have to use has or have or had, depending on the tense, depending on the subject. What about number 2? I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. It should be with been, again, you put have there because of the word I. And then I have been waiting for you, not I've been waiting for you without have. Okay? Number 3. Now, he was being generous. So we're talking about a temporary characteristic. So you use the continuous tense, which means using be plus the ing verb. So it would be he is being generous. He is being generous, or he was being generous, depending on, are you talking about he's being generous right now or he was being generous before? Okay? So not he was been doesn't belong there. Was doesn't belong with been. There. It should be being. All right. Common mistake number 3, confusion with the subject-verb agreement. All right, now this is common again. For second language learners, let's take a look at some examples. The children was tired. So the children is plural. So you have to use the children were tired. The children were tired, not was. Number 2, these documents is full of mistakes. Should be, since we have documents, right? Many documents, lots of documents. So these documents are full of mistakes. Number 3, the people is brave. People is plural, so you have to use are. The people are brave. The people are brave. All right. Let's go to common mistake number 4, using the tenses incorrectly. Okay, so it's incorrect. Let's take a look at number 1. Before starting my company, I am a lecturer. Before starting my company. So we're talking about the past, aren't we? So we should be using was. Before starting my company, I was a lecturer. What about number 2? I am born in Selangor. This happened in the past, right? Should be I was born in Selangor. What about number 3? My daughter is born in 2009. We're talking about the past, right? So you have to use was. My daughter was born in 2009. And lastly, number 4, he has been married in 2015. Now this is kind of complicated, but I have to explain it to you. So you should not be using has been or had been or have been to refer to a time that has ended. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Should be he got married in 2015. He got married in 2015. Or if you're going to give a time, right? He has been married since 2015. He has been married since 2015. Okay. All right. So this is a summary of the be verb. The be verb, there are 7 forms: am, are, and is in the present tense form. The past tense form is the was and were. The continuous form is being, and you have to use am being, are being, was being, or were being. And the 7th form is the perfect form, which means that you have to use has, have, or had, as in has been, have been, or had been. All right. So I hope that has been helpful for you. I know it's a lot for you to digest. So we will continue to talk more about the be verbs probably in other episodes, inshallah. So tune in, Learn English Bersama Madam Azimah on Wednesday, 12:15 p.m. on Manis FM and Manis FM Facebook page. So see you guys soon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.